be a big piece of a building block for this program.
I talked about how they were a 3-win team last year. It was the final game of the regular season and the final one of Tim Albin's first season as the Ohio head coach. You mentioned low preseason expectations. He had a pretty good feeling at Ford Field, at Mac Media Day, they could be in this spot tonight.
This is a team built to win now. A lot of sixth-year seniors, graduate students, seniors, a lot of upperclassmen on this team. And that's a big reason why they're in this situation, because they really raved about just the overall team mentality of this group this year.
When he was loose this week when we talked to him, he was wearing his Prince Purple Rain t-shirt on our call. He said they'll be playing a little Motown music in the locker room if they win this, get to Detroit. So Bowling Green will get it first. Ohio playing at home will kick it off. And here we go with the MAC East Division title on the line tonight in Athens. And they'll bring it out with Odu Hilaire, who had the huge game last week, and he's chopped down just outside the 20-yard line. So on their way to 42 points and a winner with 9 seconds last week. It was Matt McDonald throwing for almost 400 yards.
Yeah, Ohio is without their starting quarterback. For Bowling Green, they've got their man behind center tonight. And Mac McDonald, a senior, who's got good accuracy. He works and operates outside the pocket, as you mentioned, being able to create as he did in that game-winning throw a week ago.
Got out of pressure and hit Teron Keith for 42 yards to win it and set up this game tonight. Well, Odu Hilaire, safe to say that Ohio's ready for him in the game plan tonight. It was Alvin Floyd up from safety to knock out last week's star.
This is an Ohio defense that doesn't have any star power. There's not that one guy that you would talk about, that big name, that guy who kind of is notching all the sacks, but this is truly an 11-man kind of team effort. They'll rotate some bodies, and they almost kind of embrace that lunch pail type approach that this defensive unit has.
McDonald back to the air, gets out of pressure, and he has it complete to Christian Sims, his tight end, who torpedoes ahead to the 29. That makes it third and manageable, with McCrory almost getting home to McDonald.
Yeah, McDonald you would not label as, the dual threat quarterback, but again, you see that ability to be able to elude the rush, buy a second chance opportunity and awareness to find his tight end a few yards downfield, as you mentioned, set up a much more manageable third down.
Yeah, you called it functional mobility. Yeah. I like that. Kind of went mechanic on us with that term.
Makes me sound smart.
So third and short after Sims has the first hit of the night. And McDonald goes down this time. Pressure came last time. This time they get home with Kai Caesar.
Just rushing with the guys up front. You see a four-man rush, a little bit of a twist inside. It allows Big Cy Keyser on the edge, one-on-one. He's able to beat his man and get McDonald from behind.
So the second-year captain with the first big play of the night for Ohio. And they force the punting unit out for Bowling Green. And it's Sammy Sir to kick it away. Well, this is a spot tonight. Bowling Green feels like they have an edge in special teams, but it's Ohio that gets the first special teams edge with a very short punt of 19 yards to bring the Ohio offense out for the first time.
If you're Ohio, this is the situation you want to set up your quarterback. Again, they've got the sophomore C.J. Harris filling in for Curtis Rock, who has just been outstanding for that offense. So to get him up in plus territory, try to get him out. Again, I think they're going to really early on, especially lean on that run game. Number 22, C.A. Bangura, he has just been on fire the last 2 weeks. Almost 300 yards just in the last 2 games alone. He's really kind of helped that run game.
So you would think a run on first down with C.J. Harris making his first start. Did throw it 8 times last week in relief of the injured Rourke in the win against Ball State. And predictably, they do run, and Chris Bacon's all over Bangura, the leading tackler, up from safety to swipe him down.
Well, here's the dilemma. All right, you're Ohio. You want to get that run game going, but you're facing probably the best front seven in the MAC. We talked about Brooks, but he is not alone, and his presence makes everybody else within that front seven even better. So it's going to be tough trying to run between the tackles.
Bacon was rolling down even before that ball was snapped. So tackle for a loss for Bacon. And they stay on the ground with Bangura, and he's got nowhere to go. There's Carl Brooks wrapping him up, the best defensive lineman.
Yeah, we had some interesting comparisons about Brooks earlier in the week as we were preparing for this game. We'll get into that in a bit. But you see him just coming around from the outside. A little bit of a twist there, runs right into the play and eats it up. He'll play on the edge, but he's a big body. As he progresses, likely an NFL player, he'll move inside, but he's explosive enough to be able to disrupt off the edge.
And there were NFL legends getting thrown out. Our coach's call with the Bowling Green defensive staff from both you and them.
Yep.
Reggie White got thrown in there. So third down, pressure comes, and incomplete on the screen. So Bowling Green dialing it up with their front seven and almost got home with Deshaun Jones on the corner blitz.
The defensive strength of this team, able to negate that great field position as you see. Number 4, and they're bringing a lot of pressure. Young quarterback, first start, trying to disrupt him, and they were able to do that there on that first series.
So back-to-back 3-and-outs begin the night. C.J. Harris did get a chance to throw for the first time, but very careful with him in his first drive as the Ohio starter. This punt hops up just outside the 10 and takes a BG bounce. Jake Rogers getting out of the way. So Matt McDonald and Bowling Green out for the second time after trading 3-and-outs.
It's time to vote for the Taco Bell Live My Student section.
Choose the winning section and you get a free Taco Bell Crunchy Taco.
Download the app, sign up for Taco Bell Rewards, and vote now.
Let's go!
Across the country, businesses have had to adjust how they operate and make difficult decisions to protect their employees, customers, and communities. While we don't yet fully know where this road will lead, we do know you don't have to walk it alone. When you're ready, Cox Media's team of experts will be here to offer thoughtful perspective on messaging and media planning as your customers are evolving how they watch, read, and connect. We're here to help you navigate this together. Cox Media. Better together.
No two dreams are the same. But there is one van equipped to handle them all. For over 120 years, Mercedes-Benz vans have been built, upfitted, and ready to go. Because we believe dreams should never stay that way.
Across the country, businesses have had to adjust how they operate and make difficult decisions to protect their employees, customers, and communities. While we don't yet fully know where this road will lead, we do know you don't have to walk it alone. When you're ready, Cox Media's team of experts will be here to offer thoughtful perspective on messaging and media planning as your customers are evolving how they watch, read, and connect. We're here to help you navigate this together. Cox Media. Better together. Across the country, businesses have had to adjust how they operate and make difficult decisions to protect their employees, customers, and communities. While we don't yet fully know where this road will lead, we do know you don't have to walk it alone. When you're ready, Cox Media's team of experts will be here to offer thoughtful perspective on messaging and media planning as your customers are evolving how they watch, read, and connect. We're here to help you navigate this together. Cox Media. Better together.
It was 4 weeks ago that Matt McDonald said post-game, we got to get him the ball more, and that's exactly what he's done. And they start this drive with Tyrone Broden on a sweep. So Odu Hilaire, the best player in the country last week as far as receiving yards, third best overall this season in FBS.
Yeah, he was a big play target for them, but as you mentioned, we saw early on, Ohio knows that as well. They're going to try to take him out of the game plan because this is a Bowling Green team that has made plays through the air, but they have struggled to establish a run game.
And Ohio's got a very good run defense. So it's been pass heavy to start, and they check it down to Patterson, and he's got nothing. Torrey Cox up to clip him.
Torrey Cox, he is not big in stature, but he plays big. He's listed at 5'9", 166, and the coaches even said that's pretty generous. But you see how he came up fearlessly, got low, plays with a lot of swagger, that short-term memory that you want out of your corner.
And not hard for him to get low, as you mentioned. He's not a big guy. Did knock the ball out, but Patterson was down. So Bowling Green 3 and out on their first drive, backed up behind the chains on 3rd down and long. Back to the air with McDonald, and over the middle, Sims makes the grab, and he's got a first down. Not across the 25, but there is a flag down at the feet of the quarterback, McDonald.
Flag on the play.
Holding. Offense. Number 76. Penalties half the distance to the goal. Repeat. 3rd down.
It's the left tackle, Cameron Stewart. They're rotating at that spot. Both Stewart and Tunde Fatukasi see time there.
Yeah, Stewart, he was the one who got beat on the sack earlier there. You see, it was on the edge. He got beat earlier there. The defender tries to come inside, end up grabbing a hold of him. This is a Bowling Green team that has themselves in a position. They'll need a little help and potentially get to the MAC championship game. But if you look at them solely off numbers, they're not one of the best teams within the MAC, and including they've really hurt themselves with penalties throughout the year.
Bottom of the conference in penalties, and they'll keep it on the ground with Jamal Johnson on 3rd down and forever. So punting unit coming out again, and with that in mind, Scott Leffler has called other coaches around the country this year about the penalties. How do you get your guys to stop committing penalties? He called Lance Leipold at Kansas.
Yeah, well, Coach Leipold said that week they had 13. He says, I don't know what to tell you myself, but it's one of those things. But it's a discipline thing, and sometimes you get that one mistake, it can start to roll downhill a little bit. We'll see early on if they are able to kind of get away from the penalty bug or it continues.
They've spent all this time inside their own 30-yard line. Sam Wiglis makes the fair catch for Ohio. So field position battle going to the Bobcats. Couldn't do anything with it last time, their first touch.
And they're going to pretty much start about the same spot where they were on the previous drive. Obviously, they're going to have to get Harris a little bit more involved, some high percentage throws. One thing they do is they like out of that pistol look the speed option, and that's one thing I think that Harris can actually elevate this offensive attack from what they had with Rourke. We'll see if they allow him to get on the edges a little bit as a runner, potential run-pass options.
If you just joined us, Curtis Rourke, the best quarterback in the Mid-American Conference, is out for the season. Ruled out for the season after a second quarter injury last week against Ball State. So C.J. Harris making his first career start. And they do go quarterback run, but DJ Taylor stuffs it. There's a flag down on the near side. And DJ Taylor looking a lot like he did last week, shooting out of a cannon from linebacker. David Siegel is our head referee. And 2 flags down at the line of scrimmage. One sideline, one right over center.
There is no foul for illegal formation. However, holding. Offense, number 69. 10-yard penalty. Repeat. First down.
So DJ Taylor overcomes holding from one of his guys up front and still makes that play.
Yeah, we talked about Bowling Green struggling with penalties. This is something that has not bothered Ohio throughout the year. They're actually the best in the MAC in terms of penalties. We see Taylor, as you mentioned, he got off to a hot start a week ago for Bowling Green and making a big play here early on.
Craig, he was a one-man 3 and out on that first drive last week. Couple tackles for a loss. Mood setter in that win against Toledo for Bowling Green. So Bangura on the ground, no space to run. Tracked down to the edge with Anthony Hawkins leading a surge of Falcons.
That group up front, so disruptive, playing on Ohio's side of the line of scrimmage. You see the push getting upfield, number 14, number 54, both in there. And this is exactly where you don't want your young quarterback to be in this situation, way behind the chains.
Even an old quarterback doesn't like second down and 22. They let Harris throw it once on the opening drive. Threw 8 times last week. They were playing ahead, so there's a lot of runs. And he takes off to run here, and he's dragged down. Curtis Brooke got hands-on and tripped up C.J. Harris.
Trying to keep it in Harris's hands. You see Brooke, see how explosive he is off the football? He's already upfield for the offensive lineman. He even gets out of his stance. He's able to come underneath and bring down Harris. He's one of those guys, you know he's going to make plays. You try to stop him, and he's still able to do it. It's hard to beat an elite get-off.
Scott Loeffler said if you asked him 3 years ago about Carl Brooks, if he'd become this type of leader for them, he would have said no shot. Right when Loeffler took over, a lot of hearts-to-hearts with Walter Hare and Carl Brooks, their edge rushers. Here's Harris on 3rd down and very long, and his first downfield throw is complete, but way short of the first down. And it's Miles Cross that had the catch, but stuck by Sims, and it's 4th down.
In the 3rd and long situation, it's hard to convert that, but if you're Ohio, you're seeing your quarterback, all right, got good protection, and he gets his completion in. It's a really nice throw, goes through his progressions, finds his receiver, a little bit of traffic there, puts it right where it needs to be. So you don't get the first down, but at least, you know what, that's something to build off of going forward and continue to, once again, as you mentioned, potentially play field position here.
So another punt inside the 15, and Bowling Green fair catches it with Jake Rogers. No score midway through the first, and a win and potentially get in game.
Newest thing from Pizza Hut isn't pizza at all. It's cheesy, so crispy, loaded with toppings, and just $6.99. Enough for 2, price for 1. New Pizza Hut melts, just $6.99.
I be like,
With Metro.
Imagine even more savings in more video calling, more sharing every memory. So happy together.
Choose from the largest selection of free 5G phones, only at Metro.
You're tough, rugged, and your truck is
worth a lot of money in today's market.
Who are you?
I'm from Edmunds. People come to us first to buy and sell their cars. This truck is in high demand, and if you want to see its resale value, you can check out our free appraisal tool. Super useful for actual truck owners, not just car commercial actors.
Oh, I also do theater.
Oh, nice.
Car shoppers go to Edmunds first. We drive it like it is.
Oh, your lumber's hollow.
What makes a legacy? It takes more than bravado, more than your attitude, or the face you show to the world. Your legacy is your story, the place you carved for yourself in history, and who you helped along the way. The actions you take to earn it. The things you do even when the sun isn't around to see them. Our legacy, helping you build yours. We are Fisher Nation.
The smoked sausage platter.
We'll teach you.
You do you.
Go Smokey! Go Smokey! Go Smokey!
With Eckrich, you do you.
Looks like a finger painting version of Athens Maction. Some good signs in the crowd tonight. Acronyms usually 4 words, but I like it. Full sentence. You get the ESPNU acronym.
Very nice. Nicely done.
With Craig Aubert, Connor Onion back at Peden Stadium. Bowling Green and Ohio trading punts to begin this game. And the rankings came out. Alert, alert. The rankings came out. And, of course, Tennessee lost to South Carolina, so that bumps them. LSU in at the 5 spot.
Well, this is the week style points need not apply, right? The top 4, they were like, we'll hold status quo. It wasn't a great week. Everybody got the job done. Tennessee out. I like LSU at 5. I was thinking about it earlier because you look at that USC schedule, you're like, what are you getting excited about in terms of like marquee wins? But they're still in the mix.
And you think about the game with Notre Dame coming up. That could help. So,
and the UCLA was a big win, and as you mentioned, and so we'll see how it kind of plays out for them. But I think overall, when you look at the big picture, LSU right now deserves to kind of be that first one out.
I'll tell you, Craig, the Ohio run defense right now is exactly how it's been most of the MAC season. There's nothing on the ground for Bowling Green.
That front seven's been really stout early on. They're going to need to get those tight ends involved.
So McDonald has to roll the pocket, nowhere to throw it. And this is the spot where Bowling Green feels like they might have some plays to be made against that secondary, but not yet.
Well, you say, what do you need to do? Get the tight ends involved. The other one is number 19. You see his running back out there in the flat. There wasn't a lot, but should have went to that check down earlier. Get it out. Let him try to. We saw a week ago what he can do after the catch. I think he had to check down to that a little bit quicker. He tried to look for more downfield that wasn't there. Ultimately put him in the 3rd and long.
Teron Keith had the game-winning touchdown against Toledo, and if you just watch that tape, it takes 6 guys to bring him down. So another 3rd down for McDonald in Bowling Green after 2 punts, and he threads it in there complete, right at the sticks for a first down. C.J. Lewis hangs in.
Remember C.J. Lewis, a talented quarterback coming out of high school. Originally at BC, does a nice job. You think a former quarterback would be a good route runner as he is, knowing where he needs to get. And most importantly, got good protection there. McDonald will be able to deliver that pass.
Good route runner, good hit absorber, too. Took a shot. Got 14 for the first down. So ahead of the chains on 2nd down for Bowling Green. Jason Patterson gets positive yards. Hasn't been the case much yet against this very stout front.
Yeah, but at least with that conversion now they're not. Another 3 and out, giving the football back to Ohio. Likely in their own territory, kind of tempting fate, keeping this drive alive.
Key Thompson, the middle linebacker, has held Scott Loeffler and Bowling Green to -8 yards rushing, 2.5 drives in. First down through the air on 3rd and 12 keeps this drive going, though. McDonald back to the air with a quick hit, and the adjustment made. And it's Odu Hilaire getting popped by Zach Sanders, making it 3rd and short.
Talk about the big week Odu Hilaire had. Little quick slant, did a nice job. The strong hands, the ability to catch away from his body, absorb the hit.
And that's what Ohio is trying to do to Odu Hilaire. Keep him underneath. He went for 3 plays of 50-plus yards last week.
Yeah, limit those explosive plays, those catches to 20-plus yards.
So 1 3rd down checked off on this drive. Now out to Harold Fannin. And with a stiff arm, he's got that and more. And it's a hard guy to bring down across the 45-yard line.
Yeah, Fannin, just a freshman. He's been used in several different ways. They put him in at the Wildcat. Actually has 4 rushing touchdowns on the year. But it was a really nice job. Watch the other receivers on this play blocking downfield for him, giving him the room to be able to operate.
He's got more rushing touchdowns than anybody on Bowling Green's team. See why they like to give it to him on 3rd and short. There's McDonald throwing all the way back across the field, complete. And this drive's starting to move for the Falcons. And they're close to another first down.
There you see that poise and experience from McDonald. I mean, he would throw it directly to his left as he works up, looking downfield, climbs the pocket, nothing there. He knows he's got a receiver to his other side. It's a long throw for not a lot of yardage, but giving his receiver a chance to run, pick up some positive yards.
Well, they usually use Jalen Embry in the return game. Had a kick return called back last week. Creativity to him here. And Jason Patterson moving the pile. And he's close to a first down. A couple inches short. Be 3rd and inches.
Effort run there. Fell just short, but he pushed it to even just that 3rd and short.
It is a fight right now for Patterson in the front to move Ohio in that defensive line, isn't it?
Yeah, but he's a big back, 6 foot, 220.
So a couple 3rd downs cashed in on this drive already for Bowling Green. And on 3rd and short, play action for McDonald. Going for it all. In the end zone, it's caught! Touchdown, Bowling Green! Ty Broden in the end zone to open the scoring.
Well, Broden's a nice sight for a quarterback because he is a big target at 6'7". Nice job of finding the football. Defender lost some space. He's even got there a little bit early, but Broden, that big body, is able to shield him, bring in the pass.
It is hard to find a DB that's as tall as him. You mentioned 6'7". You beat Roman Perotti there.
You see him downfield. You know, I just got to get it in the area.
That's the thing. He's 6'7", 210. It's not like he's got the size where you'd put his hand in the dirt. He can fly at 6'7", going in for 6.
And he shows it right there, working downfield. The Falcons converted 3rd and long early in the drive and turned into points. Now lead 7-0.
The Taco Bell Live My Student section is back. More free tickets, more free tacos. Now you get to decide which school wins. Vote for the Live My Student section on the Taco Bell app. Choose right and you get a free crunchy taco. Let's go!
Hurry to get Black Friday deals now at Target. This week, save on the hottest gifts to get ahead this holiday. Event ends Saturday. Get low prices and great deals so you can holiday your way. Only at Target.
With Metro.
Imagine even more savings and more video calling, more sharing every memory. So happy together.
Choose from the largest selection of free 5G phones, only at Metro.
And tonight's winning numbers are 18, 55, 39, 71, and 43.
43?
Those numbers again.
We won! Yes!
Quick, the Quicker Picker-Upper. Bounty picks up messes quicker, and each sheet is 2 times more absorbent, so you can use less.
I'll hold on to that.
Bounty, the Quicker Picker-Upper.
Say cheese.
I was feeling cute. I might delete these later.
Don't delete them. I look good. Crop yourself out.
But my hair does look amazing.
Cheez-It, official sponsor of the College Football Playoff.
Find out where that road leads. Take on any challenge. When you have the #1 brand in dependability, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Kia, movement that inspires.
The all-new Hyundai Tucson.
Ty Broden starts the scoring for Bowling Green, getting over the top on an aggressive 3rd and inches call for Bowling Green.
Yeah, you mentioned you look like maybe just kind of push forward, pick up that first, going deep downfield to that big target, and big night here for the Pooches as well.
It's Pups at Peden night. Seen a couple of pups, and I don't know if that's not the flak jacket type look. That looks like something you go to the gym in. You cut the sleeves off. We play a little 5-on-5 pickup in that. It might have been Air Bud. All right, so Ohio, they've punted both times they've touched it, and this will be their worst starting field position for C.J. Harris, who has been behind the sticks once and did not move the ball the other time, with Bowling Green's defense standing up strong so far.
You know, this is an Ohio offense that's been outstanding at controlling the clock throughout the year. One of the leading teams in time of possession. Ex-defensive coordinator Eric Lewis earlier in the week for Bowling Green. How do you stop that? He goes, we got to win first down. Put him behind the chains. They've been able to do that so far, and it's only going to make things tougher for the young quarterback. The Bobcats have got to get some positive yardage on first down.
It was a slow start for Harris last week when he came in relief of Rourke and then led Ohio to the 14-point win against Ball State. And he throws, and that's low and incomplete. Looking for Jacoby Jones. So this is mostly with Curtis Rourke at quarterback. Now C.J. Harris, a lot of the same guys around him, trying to keep going what's been one of the best offensive years in Ohio history.
I like C.J. Harris. I think he's a really talented quarterback with a bright future.
Well, Bowling Green one first down again, just like you were talking about. Eric Lewis, the DC for Bowling Green, said that was the key to this game. Going back to speed option and on the pitch, has it out to Bangura, and he's got a good gain on second down.
And that's what I like to see. Get out on the edges, give them the opportunity to pitch it or tuck it and run. And what I was going to say, I was going to let the snap get off, then I realized how long they were kind of waiting to go for the snap. See him getting out on the edge. Does a really nice job of drawing that defender up before he makes the pitch. But what they're missing with the passing attack now is not only Rourke, very accurate, one of really accurate passer. This young passer in Harris doesn't have that same type of accuracy, and you just can't ever teach the experience that Rourke had within this system.
Well, they do have that speed option, like we just saw. A little bit more of that with C.J. Harris. Empties it out here with the clock winding down. And a quick throw is complete. And they've got their first down of the night on the screenplay, and it nearly broke for more for DJ Taylor hit Jones.
Yeah, nice job there. Bowling Green thinking we see empty. Usually most defensive coordinators think we see empty, nobody else in the backfield but the quarterback. You blitz that. They bring pressure, though. Nice job by Harris seeing it, quickly getting it out of his hands to receiver.
Well, you're talking about the time of possession before. That's part of why Ohio leads the conference in time of possession. 0 on the clock the last 2 snaps. We'll bring it down from 40 to 25 here in the final minute of this first quarter. And Ty Broden with a touchdown for Bowling Green on 3rd down and short. Just got Bowling Green the first score. And Harris hands it off. And more good yardage on first down before Anders comes up and makes the play. Heavy dose of Bangura on this drive.
He and this offensive line, both watching them and kind of preparation for the game, they both seem to be 2 units that need some time to kind of get going. This Ohio offensive line sometimes starts slow, but kind of picks up steam as the game wears on. They kind of wear on you.
Well, their best movement of the ball tonight. Harris leading him to a couple first downs. Now taking his first deep shot and just incomplete. Their big play guy, James Bostic, almost twisted to grab it.
Bostic is Ohio's big target.
First quarter.
It's like he just kept kind of running under it, had it, tried to stop. Short missed opportunity for a big play downfield by the Bobcats.
Well, a ping-pong game of punts to begin the night. Now the offense is starting to stretch it downfield. It was Ty Broden that started the scoring for Bowling Green with a 44-yard touchdown. And now Ohio moving the ball. Winner has a chance to go to Detroit to play for a Mid-American Conference Championship. Second quarter is next.
Eat, Play, Combo! Dave & Buster's Eat and Play Combo is back. Eat, Play! Starting at just $19.99, but it ends November 27th. So hurry! For the Eat and Play Combo, only at Dave & Buster's.
Getting the in-laws together for Christmas can be a teensy bit awkward. Just ask Romeo and Juliet. But after saving big with Amazon Black Friday, tragedy was avoided. Yeah, sisters.
Am I really stuck here?
You sure are. High-def cameras capture hundreds of terabytes of data that is then rendered into dynamic videos like this.
Who are you?
I'm an investor in Invesco QQQ, a fund that gives me access to NASDAQ 100 innovations like volumetric video technology. Selfie? No, I don't like that one. Okay.
Become an agent of innovation with Invesco QQQ.
Before investing, carefully reading, consider fund objectives, risk, charges, expenses, and more in prospectus at Invesco.com.
No two dreams are the same. But there is one van equipped to handle them all. For over 120 years, Mercedes-Benz vans have been built, upfitted, and ready to go. Because we believe dreams should never stay that way.
Find out where that road leads. Take on any challenge. When you have the #1 brand in dependability, you stop thinking about what you can't do and start doing what you never thought possible. Kia, movement that inspires.
The all-new Hyundai Tucson.
This the biggest bounce of the summer.
Hey, if you're coming and come, don't play. If you feel too shy, then watch by me, watch by me.
This the biggest bounce of the summer.
Connor Onion with Craig Halbert in Athens, Ohio. Curtis Rourke, the starting quarterback for Ohio, will join us this quarter. We'll talk about the week that has been. Will he play? Will he not play? And he is sidelined tonight with C.J. Harris starting for the Bobcats in a game that could decide who goes to Detroit for the MAC title. And Harris on third down has it complete to Jones, and a big play to start the second quarter for the guy making his first career start.
I talked about Harris through the week, how he takes notes, how he's always been prepping for this moment. Maybe young, but Washington does a really nice job of going through his progression, starts to his left, works to his right, gets good protection. Really nice throw there over the defender. We'd love to see that from a young quarterback, shaking off a little bit of a rough start offensively, making a nice throw there.
Very Rourke of him on that third down. Guy that he's filling in for. And a couple of punts started the night for Ohio. Now they're moving the ball, looking for their first score. Off play action, little pump, and ball out quickly and just incomplete. Out of the stride of Sam Wiglis, the top target for C.J. Harris, Curtis Rourke, and these quarterbacks this year. And this is why Tim Elbin, the head coach for Ohio, said that Curtis Rourke is probably the best quarterback in the group of five.
I'm not going to say probably. I say he is. He's fun to watch. You look at the completion percentage, extremely accurate, 25 touchdowns, only 4 interceptions. Does a nice job of really protecting that football. And again, it's really just hard to replace the experience that he brought to that offense.
I like that you scratched that from the record, but probably. Definitely. Yeah. Best quarterback in the MAC, best quarterback in the group of 5 out tonight for Ohio. C.J. Harris, his replacement on the design quarterback run, is close to a first down.
And Rourke could run as well, but this is really a dynamic that I think you could say Harris is going to kind of even kick it up a little bit of a notch. Design run, they'll do a little bit more of this. They ran the option with Rourke, but not as many kind of design type runs that I think you may see with Harris there.
Harris, like Rourke early in his career, that's what the staff at Ohio was telling us this year, was that Curtis Rourke was a little bit more of a runner early in his career, kind of like C.J. Harris is now, and then developed the passing game. Harris moving him down the field, giving to Bangura, and he's got another first down.
Here we go,
Anderson comes up to make the stick, but Bangura has him just outside the 10-yard line.
He's coming out. Harris is a player. Nice job giving it to Bangura. Player runs with good vision, but Harris coming out. He had a couple of MAC offers, obviously, naturally, including Ohio. He also had Dartmouth, Cornell, really bright kid, and they've talked about his preparation.
Impressive recruiting get for Ohio, considering they had Rourke, who's become a legendary quarterback here at Ohio. Not a lot of guys want to sit, obviously. And Bangura bouncing off tackles and not out of the ankle tackle. Oh, that was a hang on for dear life for Bowling Green at the bottom of that pile.
And he's a player, talking about Bangura, that could really help Harris tonight, because he has been a player that's really elevated that run game for Ohio, especially in the last 2 weeks. He's really kind of exploded in that role.
Well, Brock Horn was hanging on to the ankle of Bangura. Anthony Hawkins, who sets the middle for Bowling Green, down injured.
The Taco Bell Live My Student section is back. More free tickets, more free tacos. Now you get to decide which school wins. Vote for the Live My Student section on the Taco Bell app. Choose right and you get a free crunchy taco. Let's go!
At the Home Depot, we have the tools to make holiday magic, especially when it comes to getting the perfect gift. For all those project-doing, technology-loving, holiday hosting, tool organizing, woodshop working people in your life. And gifts for everyone else in between. Get Black Friday savings all through November at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Oh, hey there, darling, let me count on you. The road is long and I'm scared what I might find. I'll be safe by my side, ain't nothing out there can take it stride. I know, you hold me up, so I can fly.
At Honda, we know you have to drive through the mud if you want to reach the rainbow. The all-new CR-V and CR-V Hybrid, part of the Honda line of rugged vehicles.
With the Venture X card from Capital One, you earn 2 times miles on every purchase.
The noise canceling! You're being too loud. Good choice. Ooh, my lucky number.
Plus, earn 5 times miles on flights and 10 times miles on hotels through Capital One Travel. What's in your wallet?
Yo soy mago, desaparezco. Cuentas tan plenas, muy fuerte como.
See yourself in the Lululemon Studio Mirror with more than 10,000 workouts. Led by world-class instructors. Featuring guest fitness studios like Pure Barre, Rumble, and more. Your perfect workout is waiting in the ultimate home gym. So join in now and see yourself move in the Lululemon Studio Mirror.
Just off of Court Street in Athens, Ohio. Connor Onion, Craig Hubbard, our entire crew with you from Peden Stadium, where Bowling Green leads 7-zip. Anthony Hawkins just going out, who's setting that middle, takes on a lot of doubles for Bowling Green.
Yeah, we talk a lot about number 11, Carl Brooks, and how disruptive he is, but he's not doing it alone. His presence helps the other defensive linemen, but their effort and their performance even makes Carl Brooks more dangerous as well. Really group effort amongst that front.
So with Hawkins getting his ankle wrapped, Ohio inside the 10 on 2nd and 6, looking to tie this game.
Do your job!
And Harris running that option again and keeping himself, and he's mauled at the 5-yard line.
Good for for Harris to get what he could there. There's quick players upfield. He saw the white jersey flash in front of him. He quickly tucked, got upfield. Really has a nice feel for that option.
It was Hawkins' backup. Hawkins just went out. It was Hawkins' backup, Billy Roberts, that made the play. Bowling Green trying to get off on 3rd down. Ohio's 3 for 3 on this drive on 3rd downs, after Ty Broden started the scoring with a 44-yard touchdown. And Harris up the gut into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio.
First career touchdown for Harris, and he does it himself. Young QB made some nice throws on this drive, but finishes it up using his legs, helping Ohio to respond and only continue to try to build the confidence of their young QB.
And how about what they do on 3rd down on that drive? Perfect 4 for 4 for Harris in the offense for the Bobcats.
And they also missed some plays as well in the passing game, but a really nice job. And that's what Ohio's looking to do. They're looking to be balanced. And the more that their young quarterback can create problems with his leg, the only better that offense is going to be as they tie things up.
It's time to vote for the Taco Bell Live My Student section.
Choose the winning section and you get a free Taco Bell Crunchy Taco.
Download the app, sign up for Taco Bell Rewards, and vote now.
Let's go!
What makes a legacy? It takes more than bravado, more than your attitude, or the face you show to the world. Your legacy is your story, the place you carved for yourself in history, and who you helped along the way. The actions you take to earn it. The things you do even when the sun isn't around to see them. Our legacy, helping you build yours. We are Fisher Nation.
People who come to cricket, stay with cricket.
I love how cricket has no hidden fees, no hidden charges. It's just predictable.
With cricket, I can stay in touch with my grandson as much as I want without being concerned that my bills go up.
The 5G is like fast. It makes sharing photos of our projects and video calls super easy.
Switch for the speed, stay for the savings. Smile, you're on cricket.
Hey Peloton, step into your power. Let's go.
You didn't come to work out. You came to outwork. Let's get it.
Yo. Boom.
Come on, you got this.
Everyday man's on the
Hey,
block. Beats,
no challenge, no change.
The ting goes. Let's go.
Get up to $300 off accessories. Terms apply.
Yo soy mago, desaparezco. Cuentas tan plenas, muy fuerte como. Hey.
C.J. Harris, the quarterback for Ohio, into the end zone for the first time in his career to tie the game in the second quarter in this win and go to Detroit game for the Bobcats for the MAC championship game. Connor Onion back with Craig Hobart. And the guy that C.J. Harris is playing in place of tonight is Curtis Rourke, who's out injured, and he's nice enough to join us. Curtis, thanks for the time. First of all, sorry about the injury. How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Spirits are high. I'm just glad to be back out with my teammates and watching them play.
How's the body feeling after the news you got this week?
It's tough. Surgery can be tough on anybody. It's my first lower body kind of injury and stuff like that. So it's definitely new, but I'm on the road to recovery. So.
And obviously, I know you'd rather be on the field, but you got a lot of experience in that offense. What's your conversations with CJ been like during the week, and even getting a chance to work with him over the last 2 years?
Yeah, CJ's great player. All the quarterbacks in our room are experienced and great guys. Been in our offense for a while. CJ's very mature. I have full confidence in him. Same with the team. He's been around nearly as long as I have, and he's been able to show what he can do in practice, and he's getting a really great opportunity to show what he can do in game.
Any pregame advice for him tonight?
Just go out there, have fun, and do what he's good at, and that's just playing football. So.
Harold Fannin with a big play at tight end for Bowling Green, moving the chains down to the 30-yard line. Curtis Rourke, the Ohio quarterback, our guest down in the field after the 42-yard get for Fannin.
Yeah, Fannin, he talked about his versatility at that tight end position here, just getting him out to the flat and the big man being able to run. Again, just a freshman. They've talked about his maturity, though, how he's not played or acted like a freshman this year.
Curtis, I'm sure Bobcat fans are wondering about this because they've been asking, is Curtis going to play this week? What was the timeline for you finding out the news that you couldn't play?
It was kind of later in the week, near the weekend, kind of that we got the news that, I kind of tore my ACL and meniscus and stuff like that, and I need surgery, and so got that pretty fast. There wasn't a lot of swelling, so I was able to get surgery right away, and I'm just a couple days out of surgery, honestly. So, it was a tough process to hear that, but that is for anybody.
What have the doctors said, Curtis? When can we expect you back on the field and working out again?
Doctors, it doesn't matter. It kind of depends on each person, and so I'm going to be working with our PT guys and our doctors to get back as fast as possible. I'm going to be throwing as soon as I can, whether that's seated or just standing up or whatever. But I'll be back for next season.
Talk about your teammates in this team. Obviously, expectations were not overly high for you guys going into this season. Are you surprised you guys are where you're at? Did you see this coming?
Honestly, based on if you were there in the summer, you would have known that we're a special group and special team. Throughout this whole season, especially this win streak, we've really come together as a team, bought into our goal of going to the MAC championship and winning games. And there's really no egos on the team, and that's the biggest difference in my opinion. Everyone wants to play for each other and play for the one goal.
Well, Curtis, I know that you'd be dying to be out there tonight, but really thinking about you, your health. I know the Bobcat fans are thinking about you and are with you as well. Thanks so much for being with us.
Of course. I'll see the Bobcat fans next year.
So that's Curtis Rourke, nice enough to join us. A couple days removed from surgery, seeing his season come to an end. Really appreciate that time and what's got to be a difficult moment for him.
Player they call the Maple Missile. That's a cool nickname.
Sounds like one you would have come up with.
Yeah, he already had it though. And don't mess with something that's working.
From Canada, of course, Nathan played here before, and that's music to the ears of Bobcat fans. He'll be back next year. So Bowling Green got that big play from Harold Fannin to get into plus territory. Now going for it on 4th and 7. McDonald moves the pocket and hangs in there. It's intercepted. Intercepted on 4th down. Bobcats get it back with Zach Sanders picking it off.
Third interception on the year for Sanders. Talk about how this is a defense really with no stars. It's really a great group effort. They're not able to get pressure, but the coverage is outstanding. You see Sanders there in his place, able to undercut the receiver.
Almost got taken out by his own guy after it, too. A couple linebackers in there leaping for joy. Yeah, Sanders, who they've moved down into the box a little bit more, played a lot of safety. Moved him to that Sam kind of nickel position, place where he played when he was in FCS with Missouri State. So Harris taking back over after his first career touchdown, and it's incomplete. So we just had Curtis Rourke with us at C.J. Harris starting tonight for Ohio with Curtis Rourke out. And this is what Tim Albin had to say on losing his quarterback.
Yeah, you know, and it's one of those things that coming off a rough year, expectations weren't high. They're right on the doorstep of potentially competing for a MAC championship, and to lose your starting quarterback. But again, I think all the coaches on that Ohio staff have raved about. They've never been around a locker room like the one that they have this year, and the kind of cohesive unit that they are.
Albin getting that touchdown to tie the game from Harris last drive. And he throws underneath and complete, and it's opening up for him. Into open space across midfield, and with one guy to beat, it's Jones with a first down and much, much more. He got 48 on the big pop.
Just get it out to Jones on the edge. Watch the blocking as well. The seam that they create. The big guys as well getting out. And a lot of green ahead of Jones there to work downfield. Again, that team effort.
And so after the big play, back between the tackles with Bangura. Porter made the stop. But we've seen it twice now where that started to spring with Jones getting the tunnel screen.
This is an Ohio team that's in the position that they are because throughout the year they've done a lot of the little things right.
Another quick set, another completion. And that's complete to Miles Cross underneath. And that's enough for a first down right on the edge of the red zone.
You almost, I don't know, you kind of almost feel a little bit that there's a confidence growing in Harris. Like he's a lot of poise for that young man. He seems just very quickly starting to get comfortable in that role.
Half of his balls complete over 100 yards through a little bit over a quarter. That's how it went last week too, right? The first play of the game when he was in there for Rourke, he fumbled inside the 5-yard line and came back, completed over 50% of his balls and led him to a win. After the running touchdown last drive, they fake that speed option, throw down the sideline, complete to Wiglusz, and he twists to the end zone. Sam Wiglusz off the fake speed option puts Ohio ahead.
We were talking with head coach Tim Albin earlier in the week, and he said he's still talking with Coach Frank Solich. He goes, yeah. I said, what does he like? He says he likes those option passes there. You get a little bit of a glimpse, and it goes big there for Ohio. Early success running the option from Harris, though. Gives a look, pulls up, and a nice route from Wiglusz. See why Coach Solich likes that play.
Yeah, Tim Albin, who worked for Frank Solich, legendary head coach here at Ohio, said that he still gets play call recommendations from his old boss. Maybe that was one that Frank Solich recommended this week.
And it looked sharp. The young quarterback, Harris, off the option pass. Hits the Ohio State transfer, Wiglusz, and Ohio takes the lead.
Hurry to get Black Friday deals now at Target. This week, save on the hottest gifts to get ahead this holiday. Event ends Saturday. Get low prices and great deals so you can holiday your way. Only at Target.
At Honda, we know you have to drive through the mud if you want to reach the rainbow. The all-new CR-V and CR-V Hybrid, part of the Honda line of rugged vehicles.
Newest thing from Pizza Hut isn't pizza at all. It's cheesy, so crispy, loaded with toppings, and just $6.99. Enough for two, price for one. New Pizza Hut melts, just $6.99.
I be like,
And Doug.
It's nice to unwind after a long week of telling people how Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. Showtime. Woo! I'm on fire tonight. Yes! Ringo, you're a natural. We're not counting that. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Back in the days when I was young, I'm not a kid anymore.
Start playing and never stop playing. You get the most from the game when you're having fun.
At the Home Depot, we have the tools to make holiday magic, especially when it comes to getting the perfect gift. For all those project-doing, technology-loving, holiday hosting, tool organizing, woodshop working people in your life. And gifts for everyone else in between. Get Black Friday savings all through November at the Home Depot. How doers get more done.
Yo soy mago, desaparezco. Cuentas tan plenas, muy fuerte como.
Feels like a change is coming.
Maction, where no context college football makes a living, where memes are born, Twitter and social media videos are born. This guy says it means more here.
Hey, I'll tell you what, young man, on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, it certainly does.
That's right.
Yeah.
The SEC's not playing.
Nope.
Well, maybe in the expanded playoff era. Hey, and back to that sign up.
We all love Maction, right?
Yeah.
Great college football during the week.
Rhetorical question, I'm sure. So back-to-back scores for Ohio, and in the hands of Embry for Bowling Green, and he's rammed down just outside the 25-yard line. And Bowling Green, after driving last time and throwing a pick on fourth down, will have it back. Hey, coming up on Week 12 of Monday Night Football, T.J. Watt and the Steelers take on Jeff Saturday's Colts at Lucas Oil Stadium at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on ESPN, ESPN Deportes, and the app. Monday Night Countdown kicks off our coverage at 6 o'clock Eastern Time. So it's Matt McDonald back out onto the field at quarterback for Bowling Green. A rare pick for him last time. He's only thrown 6 all season, and they stay on the ground with Patterson on first down. And it's a short gain. So Bowling Green started this game back inside their own 20 a couple times. They punted, and then an aggressive third down call capped off that 89-yard scoring drive.
Yeah, but struggling to find consistency. What we saw there was a reason why. They got to be, every offense wants to try to find some balance, really struggling with that run game.
Only 1 yard on 8 rushes tonight for Bowling Green, and another negative play. That on play action with Bryce Houston getting home to the quarterback.
Bringing action, he's going to try to boot out towards it, and then Houston was coming right at him. Ohio doing a nice job bringing pressure right where Bowling Green was looking to kind of reverse and bring the play to. 6th tackle for a loss tonight for Ohio. Coming into this game, it was Bowling Green that was traditionally been the team that's been disruptive behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, some of that work in spring ball has paid off 5.5 times now for Bryce Houston. He leads the team in sacks. In spring ball, they lined him up at defensive ends. Now standing him up at linebacker. And that throw off target on third down. And the underneath throw broken up from Christian Sims with Zach Sanders there.
We were talking to Ohio defensive coordinator Spencer Nowinski earlier in the week and talking about game plan and goals, and he brought up the phrase pressure breaks pipes. So we got to be disruptive, and early on they've been able to kind of check that box and really kind of getting upfield, disrupting, and getting McDonald for the most part outside of that one drive uncomfortable.
Yeah, there have been a couple drives plumber necessary for Bowling Green, and the ball's on the ground. Was there contact there? And on the sideline, they're saying no contact, and it'll be Ohio ball. So Bowling Green just downs it.
Looked like he
no
fell.
muff.
Yeah, he fell, and the football just hit the ground.
Ruling on the field, this ball was not touched by the receiving team.
Bowling Green's ball.
Well, Scott Loeffler getting the explanation for now.
Ball
It's Ohio
represent.
ball
Timeout.
leading by a score.
Yo soy mago, desaparezco. Cuentas tan plenas, muy fuerte como.
With one of the best savings rates in America, banking with Capital One is the easiest decision in the history of decisions. Even easier than this.
Stop. You're in.
Oh, cool. Yep, even easier than that. And with no fees or minimums on checking and savings accounts, is it even a decision? That's banking reimagined. What's in your wallet?
People's emotions, it's really hard to pick up on that. Check this out. It changes every time your expression changes. Really?
Do a mad face.
That's a brilliant idea.
This is 100% fresh beef. With 2 slices of melted cheese, pickles, onions, ketchup, and mustard. This is a burger that strongly suggests you take a seat. It marks its territory, leaving behind a graveyard of napkins. And won't be contained by a humble sesame seed bun. This is the Quarter Pounder with cheese.
Come on, Cover Girls. It's time to turn it up. Exhibitionist Stretch and Strengthen Mascara. It's an instant lash extension effect. The best mascara I have ever used. Exhibitionist Mascara from CoverGirl.
At Bombas, we make the comfiest socks, underwear, and t-shirts that feel good and most of all, do good. Because when you purchase one, we donate one to those in need. And with 75 million donated so far, that's a whole lot of good. And good, and good, and good. This holiday season, everyone deserves a little good. Visit bombas.com and shop our big holiday sale. Bombas, give the good.
Soul, heart, mind, body, and your vitals. One note.
Ooh, that's dope.
Music is fluid as you create, recreate, reimagine, reinvent.
Yes.
Go into a quiet room, buckle your seatbelt, and get ready for this ride. Test 1, 2.
So ruling just before break on a Bowling Green punt was that Ohio did not touch the ball on a ball that Bowling Green thought was live. Sam Wiglis was down on the ground, came close to touching his helmet. Scott Loeffler, Tim Albin on the split screen there, the two head coaches. Bowling Green is challenging that this did potentially hit Wiglis.
Yeah, Wiglis went down, never had a chance to kind of make a play from the ball as he was hit from his own teammate. Now, listen, they say it's a game of inches. It looks really close, but I don't see anything there that would indicate that he did make contact. And even up here in the booth, Connor, I could hear like the ball, the thud of hitting the turf. And had it grazed his helmet, I think you would have seen a little bit more of a change in the trajectory of that football.
Well, it was Mecca Ryder who went right into the legs of Wiglis, so friendly fire almost turned into a fumble.
Yeah. Now for Bowling Green, that happened on the clear opposite side from them.
After further review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. The ball did not touch the receiving team. The ball belongs to Ohio. Bowling Green will lose their challenge for the remainder of the game and are charged their first timeout of the half.
Okay, so Scott Loeffler was talking to the officials in the timeout for a long time. It took about 2 or 3 minutes to finally decide, all right, we're going to take a look at it, but now loses the challenge.
But that was on the opposite side from their sideline. Figure, hey, try to create some turnovers to take a chance, but I think that the officials made the correct call initially, and replay confirmed that.
Well, remember what he said to us this week? He said, we, Bowling Green, feel like we can get a punt. That's not what he meant, though.
No.
He didn't mean it in that way. He meant they thought they could block one. But almost got the turnover with their punt unit out there. Back-to-back scoring drives for this Ohio offense led by C.J. Harris at quarterback. And he throws on the first play of this drive. Incomplete. And Sam Wigless had over-the-top coverage from Bacon, but he was out of bounds on the pick. So remember, if Bowling Green wins, they still need help. But they are live in the MAC East. They would need a Buffalo loss to Kent State on Saturday. Ohio, it's simple. They win, they get in, and then that Buffalo-Kent State game doesn't have MAC East implications on Saturday. And the way that Buffalo would get in is Bowling Green would win tonight, and then Buffalo wins on Saturday against Kent State. Coming down to the final week in the Mid-American Conference. And they keep it on the ground on second and long. And it was Dontrez Brown that made the hit on a busy Bangura at running back.
For Ohio, you're right where you want to be. When you're in this situation, the best thing is you want to be able to control your own destiny, and that's exactly what the Bobcats can do. Take care of business, and it all falls into place.
Offense clicking these last couple of trips. 4 of 6 on third down. And facing another one against this Bowling Green defense. And Bangura keeps it and fights through DJ Taylor's tackle. And that extra effort may have got him the 4 that he needed.
Yeah, nice job. Good vision by Bangura. With this offense, they kind of want to press the line of scrimmage, get up. He sees that crease on the backside, makes that cut, and runs behind those pads, able to move the chains.
Before the first down.
Ruling on the field is the first down was achieved. That ruling is under further review.
So 2 quick reviews. Would be 4th and inches if they didn't get it. Just shy of the 40-yard line. And even at this point, Ohio's going to think about going for it on 4th down anyway. So David Siegel, our head referee, communicating up with the booth. And it was C.A. Bangura who had that initial hit from Taylor about 2 yards short. Didn't need to get all the way to the 40, needed the 41.
And you see as he falls straight forward, kind of gets his body completely straight. He does not go down prior to the ball go down. You're gonna watch a really nice job cutting through the backside, running behind those pads, getting low. You can see how it just stretches out. That ball is the first thing.
After further review, the ruling on the field is confirmed. 1st and 10 for Ohio.
A bit of a weight room run there for Bangura. And DJ Taylor had about 35 pounds on him.
Yeah, he's got a name that sounds like a guy who would be a good in-between-the-tackles runner.
I thought you were going to go wrestling.
Sure.
That too.
Yeah. You could find
but I agree. I'm with you.
I figure since it's a football game, I'll go with the football reference.
Of course.
When he comes up the top rope, we'll go with the wrestling.
Yeah. God forbid we mix in another sport. I'm with you. Bangura in there. That's you're just waiting for that one. Yeah. So he did get the first down on his 10th carry of the night. C.A. Bangura having a huge couple of weeks, back-to-back 100-yard rushing games. Ohio didn't have a single 100-yard rushing game before his 2 since the opening week. Bangura still in there, but Harris pulls it out and has it complete to his tight end Foster up the sideline, and just short of the 20, he's taken down. So first down, Ohio continuing to move it.
They're working that run. Now they're going to slip Foster out. He's a guy who does a lot of the dirty work within that offense, mainly as a blocker.
Well, this is a game that you love to be a tight end in. You could see between Ohio and Bowling Green 8 or 9 different guys see the field at tight ends. They did mark Foster out just inside the 20, so into the red zone for the Bobcats. And 2 straight possessions where they've scored after the quiet start. And Bangura hopping through a hole and keeping the legs going, slips out of the tackle and almost stayed up to score.
Yeah, Bangura, he's got this great feet and agility. You see him kind of weaving his way through there, then how hard he runs and finishes. You mentioned almost broke that. Talk about that. The time spent in the weight room.
Yeah, him and Anders just galloping with each other. Impressive 8-yard run for Bangura, and he's got the first down on this one. C.A. Bangura, you never know throughout the course of the season how much you're going to carry it, but injuries giving him a chance, and he's swatted down inside the 5-yard line. But it got so dire for the Ohio running backs, they had to bring who's now his backup back onto the team, Jake Netherton, because of all the injuries in the running back room. And Bangura has become their main guy late in the season trying to chase down a title.
Yeah, late in the year, trying to make a run, get to the MAC championship. Kind of need to be able to establish a run, and he's really kind of come on at the right time.
See if they let him close the drive after 2 big leg-churning runs. Kept the drive alive. And Harris does pitch it to Bangura. Little bobble, but Bangura does finish the drive. C.A. Bangura puts Ohio up 2 scores.
And Rourke has been outstanding for this offense. This is where I feel Harris brings a little bit more outstanding execution of the option. Gets down the line, the defender commits to him and makes a quick pitch out to Bangura. You're right. Struggled to find a handle a little bit, but ultimately got it and brought it in. But a nice job there by Harris executing that.
Oh, you're right, Craig. That was a very late pitch. Blaine Spires in the bind.
You say late, it's timely. You want that defender to commit to you. Once he does, you make that pitch. He gets to the edge, the defender comes towards him, and he pitches it. Initially, number 9, Spires, he slowed down. He tried to play between them. Harris kept forcing it. Once Spires committed to him, he made that pitch. And they get the touchdown.
And Bangura gets to sign the hard hat.
There you go. You know you're having a good night when you're signing autographs before the game's even over.
When your coaches are asking you for it, too. So the 6-point salute for C.A. Bangura, and 21 unanswered against Scott Loeffler and Bowling Green. You got to love the decision-making from C.J. Harris, both in the ground game and the pass game since the opening couple drives.
He's just so poised. You know, you mentioned it. His first snap in the game last week when Rourke went down was a fumble in the red zone. And Coach Albin, who we saw there, said that, hey, you know what? He never flinched. You know, you can have a turnover, go in the locker room, kind of spiral a bit. He shook it off, came out and helped Ohio get that win in the second half a week ago. And again, early on in this game, they got off to a little bit of a rough start. He's really settled in and played well since.
All right, so it's up to Bowling Green to play from behind, down 2 scores, coming back out on offense. Hey, coming up, the Sunday NFL Countdown crew has you covered for Week 12. That's 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific. Monday Night Countdown gets you set for Steelers and Colts on Monday Night Football at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific before Monday Night Football, both on ESPN and the app. It was a 42-point outpouring at the buzzer, winning it last week for Bowling Green. 7 first-half points tonight, and a completion over the middle to the touchdown scorer, Broden, and he takes a pop and drives forward inside the 40 with a first down.
Thank goodness he's 6'7". He needed all of that, really stretched for that one. You're going to see him working kind of over the middle. Watch the big target outstretch, snatch that out of the air for 37 yards.
Here's the thing with Broden. The offensive staff for Bowling Green told us this week he runs a 4.40 at that size at 6'7". So not just a big possession receiver. He can get on the gas a little bit too. You think about guys that have come out of the MAC to the NFL. Sky Moore just broke in with the Chiefs from Western Michigan. He runs a 4.40. Same speed that Broden runs. Here's the thing though. Sky Moore's 5'10".
Yep.
Ty Broden 6'7".
He's almost 2 Sky Moores.
That's right. We got an injured Falcon down in the field. And it's Harold Fannin, their stud freshman tight end. So twice in this game we've seen Falcons down to the ground, Fannin and Hawkins on defense, but Matt McDonald, the experienced guy, against C.J. Harris, making his first career start. Pretty even so far.
Well, even except in one big category, the interception right there. Looking to play, the opportunity to get into the MAC championship game. The little things matter. The sophomore quarterback so far has avoided any mistakes, where McDonald does have that one interception.
Well, McDonald had the big touchdown pass, yes, correct.
But Harris also has had the complement of a run game, which McDonald early on has not had in this game.
Well, McDonald's made up for that a little bit with some big plays. Last week, it was 3 plays of 50-plus yards through the air. 35-plus 3 times tonight through the air for McDonald and the receivers. But it's Harris and Ohio leading with 21 unanswered points in this second quarter. Oh, a little trickeration. It's blown up. McDonald back on top of it and looking to throw it away. They were setting up the double reverse, and McDonald scooped it up. And then the flag comes out. So Teron Keith got blown up. Ball came out. McDonald gets to it. And then he was driven straight into the turf. So there was never a previous forward pass, right?
Yep.
And Justin Burchett came up and made the hit. You wonder if maybe that's what this flag is on.
I don't know. Burchett hit him and he went back, but it wasn't early. It wasn't late.
There will be no foul for intentional grounding. The ball was thrown in the direction of number 19. Third down.
So no grounding. They say that there was a Bowling Green receiver there. That would have been Teron Keith, who was hit and had that ball knocked out first.
He was outside, but he wasn't no longer the first person to touch that. And you talked about the job that they were able to get upfield to create immediate penetration and just blow that play up. Bowling Green, 3 of 7 tonight on third down, facing another.
In plus territory again. Bowling Green last time down here went for it on fourth down. And looking to throw on 3rd and 9. Pressure on McDonald, and he throws that into the turf. It's Key Thompson right up the chute, almost sacking McDonald.
The ball was thrown towards number 88. Fourth down.
Key Thomas with immediate pressure, able to force it. That's a tough situation for McDonald, moving to his left, having to try to get straight. Lucky just to be able to get that away towards the receiver.
Key Thompson showed early signs in his career of stardom. Then he missed the COVID season in 2020. Missed all of last year with an injury. And he's come back to be the leading tackler by far. And just set up a fourth down. A timeout for Ohio before this
30
fourth
seconds.
down.
Charge timeout. Ohio. Their first of the half.
Coming up on Friday, the Professional Fighters League season is capped off by the World Championship with 6 belts and $6 million on the line. Pre-fight coverage of the prelims begins at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific on ESPN Plus in English and Spanish. Main card at 8 Eastern, 5 Pacific on pay-per-view. To order, go to espnplus.com/PFL. It was 4th and 7 down this way, and Ohio had the interception on McDonald last time in a similar spot. 4th and 9 here.
Yeah, I mean they're way out of their kicker's range. I just see maybe if they pooch it here. You don't want to give Ohio really great field position. I mean you're down 21-7, but a little early potentially to try to be going for this here.
And so the scoreboard and video board died before this fourth down, and over the middle, intercepted again. It's Tariq Drake picking it off on a fourth down. They've gotten him twice.
And probably they're a little bit better, because had he knocked it down, they'd have better field position right now. So, yeah, it goes down at his interception, but gained a little bit. See, again, outstanding protection, coverage downfield, and you see the safety. Looks like he's open, the safety playing middle of the field, sees it, jumps it, able to get in front of Bowden.
Don't tell Tariq Drake that for his stats, though.
Well, I mean, it's about 20-yard difference, 15-yard difference.
Oh, but he wants the pick. He wants the stats.
Right. Just saying, when I knocked it down, they'd have a little better field position.
You don't get the turnover belt if you just knock it down.
That's what you call a paper champ.
I'm
you ever a paper champ?
Yes.
Right there, you're a paper champ.
Well, so the scoreboard dead. We don't have time for you on our graphic, but 2:40 left in this half. There is a digital clock down in the end zone behind where Ohio's setting up on offense. So 2:40 and 2 timeouts to try to get a 4th straight score until halftime. It was back-to-back punts beginning the night, then these 3 straight touchdowns, and Carl Brooks swallows up C.J. Harris.
That's how you play it. Carl Brooks there, one of the top defensive linemen in the country. There he kind of played them both, and once Harris kept it, just quickly closes down. He got off to a fast start and kind of got quiet there a little bit in the second quarter, Carl Brooks. They need him once again, heat up.
He was enforcing a couple of those punts early. First 2 drives, Ohio went for 3 yards and no first downs. Since then, over 200 yards and 21 points. Bangura on second down. And he's been in support of C.J. Harris tonight. And he's upended just shy of the first down by Deshaun Jones.
So Bangura's putting in work. I mean, he's just running tough between those tackles.
So 3rd down and short, little over a minute and a half to go until the half. It's a 2-score lead for Ohio, 21-7. And the scoreboard lights back up. So those 2 timeouts, Ohio sitting on them. And Bowling Green also has 2 if they're thinking about getting the ball back before half. On the speed option, little fake pitch, and C.J. Harris has the first down. Little shoulder shake, fake pitch, and the chains move.
Looked like Bowling Green had that defended well, and then he got out on the edge, and whoop, a little bit of a fake there. He's got great feel for it. Fakes the pitch, turns it up.
After the first down running, Harris throws incomplete. I gave him a little boomer there. You gave him a little whoop.
Whoop, yeah.
Gave him a little whoop.
Just felt right.
That's what he did to him. You're right.
I rushed that pass there a little bit. Had a little bit of a window.
When you think about what Ohio's done the last 3 times they've touched the ball, this could be what they call the full Belichick, right? You go in, you score, then you get the ball coming out of halftime. They deferred the opening kick, kicked to Bowling Green. And they're trying to make it a 3-score lead until the break. Trying to set up a screen and incomplete. Jones bobbled it. And Brooks and Jones going chin to chin, nearly meeting out on the perimeter there.
Yeah, well, they had that big play with Jones earlier in this first half off of that. Tried to set it up again. A lot of traffic there, a little bit outside of Jones's reach. And Brooks just say, reminding you that I'm here.
Doesn't take much reminder with how many tackles he has, right? So 3rd down and Bowling Green showing pressure. All the linebackers up at the line of scrimmage. Harris shifting his protection, and they run a draw, and they run it down. That defensive front has Anthony Hawkins back in there after he went down earlier in the half. And it's 4th down with the clock stopping on a timeout.
30-second charge timeout. Bowling Green. Their second.
Hawkins in the middle doing a nice job with his hands,
to 53
separating from the blocker, shedding and making the play.
So Bowling Green likely getting the ball back. It's 4th down and 9 in Ohio's own territory. And they have 53 seconds on the clock to try to get a score closer.
Now, we'll see, because Bowling Green, we talked about, they feel like they can get it a kick. They blocked 4 punts this year. See if this might be a time where they turn them loose.
And drop a couple of guys out of there and don't get home. And Jake Rogers gets out of the way on a punt that stumbles near the 20-yard line.
They set up a return, but Ohio got a nice kick.
And so Matt McDonald and the Bowling Green offense, remember, 4th quarter last week, they had 53 seconds left, down a touchdown, actually down 1 point, needed a field goal, went down and got a touchdown. And trying to get points before the half.
46 seconds. 4-6. Thank you.
After they scored the first 7, then Ohio scored the next 21. Nothing on the scoreboard since that Tyrone Broden touchdown. Have gotten into plus territory twice, though. And McDonald has that intercepted. His 3rd pick of the night, and it's Drake again. Back-to-back plays on defense with a pick for the safety for the Bobcats.
Now you make it. There you do it. There you go. Before maybe knock it down. This one, watch the break right on it. Now you snatch it out of the air. Big time play there on the opposite side of the field. Now give him the belt.
Oh, now it counts.
Now give him the belt.
Now it counts, huh?
He went from paper champ to the undisputed champ very quickly.
So not only that, but now Ohio can score before the half. Drake was thinking about a pick 6.
Yeah, and, you know, with their timeouts.
Please reset the game clock to 39 seconds. 3-9. Thank you.
Going to get 2 extra seconds here. So basically, you know, they can continue to work that option, keep everything at their disposal with where they are at. I mean, those timeouts in their pocket.
Well, all 3 turnovers, Craig, have been interceptions. Matt McDonald had 5 interceptions total coming into this game.
Hey, bear alert!
Now remember, 2 of those are on 4th down. This is the big one from Drake. Got his 2nd pick of the night. Bangura gets the touch, looking for the edge, and he's inside the 10-yard line out of bounds. So clock stops, 34 seconds to go, 2 timeouts for Ohio, leading by 14.
Very efficient, nice gain, not a lot of time lost, get out of bounds.
A reminder, Ohio gets the ball coming out of halftime. Inside the red zone after the Drake pick. Ohio wins. They win the MAC East and would meet Toledo in Detroit for the MAC championship game on December 3rd. Well, they run the option, and another late pitch, and Bangura gets positive yards. And can still get a first down here, but twice they've gotten out of bounds on run plays and haven't had to use a timeout.
And there, Harris was committed to it. I mean, he waited and waited. He's going to get to the edge. There's going to be contact by the time he pitches that. And then you see Bangura, who's been outstanding running between the tackles in the first half, getting out of bounds again.
Ohio can get to the 5-yard line, get another first down.
Hey, execute assignment.
Late in the clock again. And Harris keeps again. Bounce to the outside for 6 more for C.J. Harris.
We were talking with Ohio head coach Tim Albin earlier in the week. He was talking about this team and how much he loves them, and his young quarterback here keeps it. He used the old movie reference. I don't know if you had to go IMDb to look it up. Cool Hand Luke. He talked about this locker room, how just kind of cool they were, and you see it from the sophomore quarterback. He's just been so poised tonight. They're getting the football back. Not a lot of time on the clock. Stayed calm and cool the whole entire time and punching in there. Did you know that movie reference?
That was both before I was on the call and before I was born.
All right, yeah.
So both. Remember, you got your Purple Rain and movie talk in before the call actually started. But C.J. Harris with another rushing touchdown to make it a 3-score game. Any more on movies before we move on?
No, we got a whole second half.
Okay. All right, but
it speaks to how that team is just like all the coaches we spoke to Ohio, like that was kind of the central theme they came back to. They just felt like this is a special group, that the locker room was the best that they had ever been around. And you're seeing these are big shoes that Harris is stepping into. Rourke has been one of the premier quarterbacks in the group of 5. Outstanding job running that offense. He steps in and he has just been wise and poised in his play there.
All right, so the big first half for Harris has Ohio with scores on 4 of their last 5 drives. Bowling Green talked about this last week when they played Toledo, that they needed to get the game to the second half where it's close. Well, now they're down 3 scores. That is a big locker room speech, you would think, coming from Scott Loeffler, that will try to rally his team back. But first 21 seconds to try to get something. And picks on back-to-back throws for Matt McDonald. And the pocket closes with Houston in his face. And incomplete on first down.
Yeah, you got a few seconds, but kind of the way that second quarter is in, I don't know how much I'd press here. Maybe if you're a little bit closer to midfield, you take your chance, but
even with Ohio getting the ball out of the half?
But I mean, things have not gone your way the last few series. You don't got a lot of time. I don't know how much you press here.
The long for Mason Lawler, the kicker, is 45 yards. So they do throw it again, and it's complete to Sims across the 45. And they got a first down. And the clock does stop to move the chains with Bowling Green still sitting on that 1 timeout. And they did take it.
30-second charge timeout. Bowling Green.
So
their third and final timeout of the half.
So final timeout for Bowling Green, and probably one more play to try to get into field goal range and then send Lawler out there. Ty Broden had the touchdown to open the scoring for Bowling Green before Ohio scored 28 straight. Odu Hilaire had 246 through the air last week, but not much in this first half.
Yeah, and not only that, Tyron Keith as well. He's been quiet. He's been really kind of a key target for them as a receiver out of the backfield as well. So you're right. Broden has made some plays, the big, tall speedster that they have at receiver, but you got to try to get some of those other pieces of the puzzle involved as well.
And you figured that Ohio would be all over Odu Hilaire after seeing a lot of man coverage last week. And he is Bowling Green's best man beater. Not a lot to show in this first half for Odu Hilaire. Went underneath once. They got him a run play once. Nothing over the top. Could be the final play before the half. They dump it down and complete to Sims. And the clock continues to wind with him in bounds. So that takes it to the half.
That's the end. The second quarter.
And the Bobcats shut out Bowling Green in the second quarter, with the Falcons the first 7, the next 28 to Ohio.
Their sophomore quarterback really has kind of settled in, played well in that Ohio secondary. They were just outstanding in that first half, helping to create turnovers of which that offense would take and turn into points.
All right, so first half in the books. Ohio trying to get to Detroit with a win. Bowling Green needs to come back and get help. We'll send it to Reese and the guys at the half talking about the college football rankings that came out earlier tonight.
Getting the in-laws together for Christmas can be a teensy bit awkward. Just ask Romeo and Juliet. But after saving big with Amazon Black Friday, tragedy was avoided.
To see you wiggle, wiggle. How short. Makes me want to dribble, dribble. You know, riding in my feet.